Good afternoon, everybody, and happy Sunday. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. I'm coming to you from lovely New Jersey, also known as Hell's Front Porch. That's right. We are officially in the Hell's Front Porch part of summer. It is after July 4th. So now till about the middle of September, it is just going to be like all the time. So welcome, enjoying a little seltzer with lime and some ice. So this week, I worked on McCall's patterns, the majority of which were from 1970s and the majority of which were partially cut. So I don't know if I'm going to go through like every pattern because I'm not sure I can remember which were completely cut or partially cut. Hello, Olivia. Hello, Don. Is Wisconsin also hot? I know Olivia is going to tell me that Iowa is hot, but I'm curious if Wisconsin is. I'm assuming it is, you know. There are a couple of 80s patterns this week. I will try and tell you which are cut and partially cut, but I can't always remember. Most of these are up online, not all of them. So you're in Southeast Wisconsin. Okay. Yeah, I have friends from there. And my friend Tom and his wife live out there. And yeah, they've always maintained that it's like kind of the rest of the Midwest when it comes to heat. See, I know Iowa is hot and humid. I've spent a summer in July in Iowa, and well, it was Nebraska, Iowa, and Indiana. Oh my God. It was like, even Illinois, by the time we got to like Illinois, all of it, Ohio, all of it. It was like just once we got out of Colorado, it got really hot in the summers. And I wasn't used to it because Colorado summers, I was living in Boulder, which has a high elevation, and they're kind of mild, anyway. So without further ado, so I do not forget, last week I completely forgot to tell you about Rachel Resets. I've been watching her because she did a whole series with how long could $80 feed one person? And she was doing meals for one person. And the reason I thought this was a really great idea is I'm always shocked how many young people who have their own places have absolutely no idea how to cook. They really can't boil water. I mean, we joke and say, we can't boil, but they can't. They don't even know. They don't even understand when you say roaring or a rolling boil. They don't know what you're talking about. And I loved her videos. She uses Walmart because they're the largest retailer. She gives you a breakdown of everything she bought, how much it cost. And she's just phenomenal. And her recipes are really good. I don't love every one of them. Some of them I probably wouldn't eat. They're just not really my thing, but they're not bad. But I completely forgot to mention her. So if you go back to last week, you'll see there's a link to one of her videos. Also, if you're interested in budget meals, frugal meals, stuff like that, check out it's called Dollar Tree Dinners, but she doesn't always just do Dollar Tree. Her name is Rebecca, and she does great stuff too. She does a lot of Dollar Tree. She actually did a great video that was a comparison between what you should buy at Walmart and what you should buy at Dollar Tree, and price by price, side by side price comparison, and it was really good. But this week I have put up a link to a woman named, I'm going to probably mispronounce it, Aurelia Martinez. And she's a plus size content creator. And I really liked her videos. She shops all over the place. So she's got videos for Walmart, Target, Amazon. But, and I know that we're technically a sewing channel, but I like the information that she has. Oh, I love cooking the books. Yes, I love cooking the books because she will take like, some crazy 1970s cookbook and she'll go, I'm going to try this, like weird sandwich or whatever. And she'll try stuff that I probably would not have the guts to try, but I really love watching her. She's another one of my favorites. I also like Glenn and Friends. It's called the Old Cookbook Channel. I really like him. And he always posts on Sundays. I really like his stuff. But check out, if you're a plus size lady, check out Aurelia, I'm probably mispronouncing it. She has great tips for plus size women, and she does source some great stuff, some really great stuff. So, all right. So without further ado, my throat is scratchy because along with the humidity, we have an insane amount of pollen. I forgot to show this to you last week. So here is the scarf. It is coming along lovely. I'm almost done. This is the last of the yarn. So second skein, this is the last of it. So it'll be done in the next couple of days. I am going to make it an infinity scarf I'm going to join it as like a Mobius strip so that it's like crossed like this. I know right now it's very hard for me to think about scarves, but I have to tell you that the crocheting has been so relaxing. I find it so relaxing. And like I was saying before, I don't love just watching TV. It's weird. I'm not a person that just sits on the couch and stares at the TV. Yeah. Oh, the channel that I'm following is I think it's just Aurelia Martinez, but she's down in the link is down in the notes. She did a nice Walmart haul where she talked about some great Walmart stuff that she found. So, I went to Goodwill this Tuesday and there was nothing. So I went back Friday on the outside chance that there was anything, and there really wasn't. But I did find two things. So here's the first one. It's a Spanish language sewing book from Singer. I thought this might be a really interesting thing to put up on my my page. It's Secrets to Sewing. It's technically construction. Secrets to Construction, I think, is the translation. Well, no, I think costura is costume. But anyway, regardless, it's probably not a literal translation. Oh, the channel I'm following for the scarf is Hooked by Robin. And I can't remember the name of this scarf. I think it's called the V-stitch scarf. I think. No, it's not the V-stitch scarf, and it wasn't Hooked by Robin. I can't remember the name. But check out Hooked by Robin because she has a tutorial on a scarf made with this V-stitch. This is a double V-stitch, so it's 2 stitches into the same spot. Hers, I believe, is 3, and she has another one that creates a fan. I might do that scarf next because it's so pretty. But we'll see. So while I was at Goodwill, I found something else, and I thought this was so cute. I had to buy this. Since we were talking about the 70s, right? 1977, right? And oh, doesn't it look like it's from 1977? So it's Zucchini Cookbook and Other Squash. I don't know who had this, but I remember this cookbook from when I was a kid. So I'm thinking it was my mom. Might have been my sister. But it's got great recipes in it. It's got a zucchini and carrot cake, which is delicious, which I've had before. Did you have this book? Really? Yeah. I like. Okay. Here's my relationship with zucchini. I love zucchini. I love squash. But in New Jersey, you will step out onto your porch and someone has left you 13 zucchini. Right? It's just like a thing. As much as I know everybody says zucchini grows crazy where they live, but there's something about Jersey. Zucchini, I don't know if it's the swampy weather. I don't know. But in New Jersey, people will, like, if you don't lock your car door, there's a meme that's like, in New Jersey, you have to lock your car door so people won't put zucchini on your front seat when you're not looking. Like, that's the joke because it's true. Like, you're just, over, Yeah, we also have great luck with cucumbers here. We also have great luck with all of the squash. There are so many places locally here that grow these enormous pumpkins. I'm not kidding. Like you could fit a kid in the pumpkin kind of pumpkin. There's a couple farmers that do pumpkin patches, like you pick pumpkin patches for kids every fall because they just grow like. And actually, my mother's house, when I was living there, I had grown some pumpkins and there was like a little tiny one that he got lost, at the end of the season and he ended up going to seed. Well, the next summer, don't His babies, her babies all popped up. They were just growing like crazy. It was crazy. So yeah, we get so much zucchini here. I'm sure you get a lot in Wisconsin too. I think zucchini really likes hot, humid weather, you know? Yeah, right. Stuffed vegetable sewing patterns, right? Don't laugh. One of the patterns I found a quarter in. I don't know if I told you about it last week. I couldn't figure out why the pattern felt so heavy. And when I dumped everything out of the pattern, there's a quarter in it, right? So one more look at the book and then we'll look at the 70s McCalls. Yeah, I mean, it has such a 70s kind of look too, but it was good. I was very happy with it. It has excellent recipes. Like all the ones you expect, like roasted acorn squash, squash soups, a squash lasagna, squash brownies, squash, what was one? Zucchini and carrot cake, right? With not sour cream, the cream cheese icing, right? So like stuff you probably would expect, but I don't know. There was something really endearing it to me. I don't know. It's possible my sister had this when she was married the first time, or maybe my mom had it. But when I saw it, I knew it was familiar, and it was like half price. It was originally like $2.50, and it was half price because I think it was green and blue this week. So it was what, $1.25? Like, yeah, you know. It has a great zucchini bread recipe in here. It hits all the bases, right? It's got all the many zucchini recipes. So, aside from 1980s patterns, I also found a couple 1960s patterns. So we're going to look at those today too. But it's all McCalls. So let's just dive into it, shall we? So this first stack I'm going to show you are online. I did begin to replace some of the children's patterns that are cut or partially cut and haven't been selling. So you may not be able to spot these right away, but I will show them to you. And oh, by the way, there's one in here. When we get to it, I'll remember it. I actually opened it up and it wasn't cut. So that was great. Another bonus. So speaking of 1960s, look, I want to start with this one, guys, because look what it has. Do you see? Wait, let me there. See this? It's right. It's a vest or a jacket, right? Because what would one of my little episodes be without a vest, right? I feel like I should get a T-shirt that said, is there a vest in that pattern, or does that pattern come with a vest, or does that outfit come with a vest? Something. Some stretch knits, some early stretch knits patterns. This one I do remember. The skirt was uncut, so that was kind of nice. Just really basic, simple skirt. And oh wait, she's back. Remember this pattern from before? Yeah. You know why I'm showing it to you again? Because I sold it. And now I have another one. So yeah, it's Brooke. And this is obviously one of the 1980s patterns. Speaking of another 1980s patterns for the Gap. It's weird to think of the Gap having patterns because they sell clothing. Like, I can understand designers having a pattern because they make clothing that's then sold, but they're designing it. But a company that actually sells clothing, it just seems odd, right? I love advanced patterns. Well, I say that all the time. I've never used one, but I love the illustrations on advanced. So good for you, Olivia. That's a score. Yeah, church rummage sales, right? Are they the best or what? Another pattern. I remember this one was partially cut because the only one that was made is this one down here. So the one with this kind of sailor collar and the tie, they were uncut. All the extra pieces for like the sailor and all that. Oh, and this, I almost kept this pattern just so that I can make this so I can lounge around in this. Because look, yeah, the house dress. And I swear, I'm not kidding. I swear to God, my mom had this yellow one here. She had this. But wouldn't I kill for one of those today? Nice and floaty, and You made that, which blouse? This one? This one? That's too funny. All right, this is the one that I used in the community tab in the photo. By the way, good news. They called me yesterday. They got the drive shaft from my car because that's what was holding me. The blue with the blue tie. Wow. Yeah, that's a really pretty blouse. They got the drive shaft from my car. Any of you who missed it, my car, I was supposed to go with friends today for a beach day, and I didn't go because I didn't want to drive my car to a place called Long Beach Island, which is a lovely place, but all right, what am I doing here with this shirt? It's a lovely beach, but it's a bit of a hike. All right, I can't used to this mirror image thing. My car has been making a really horrible noise for months. And so I took it and, of course, got new tires and thought it was the brakes, got new tires and got them rotated and got an alignment. That didn't help. It was still making the noise. Took it to the Kia dealership. They said, you need a drive shaft. So I took it to my regular mechanic. He couldn't get the part. So finally yesterday, I got a call from the Kia dealership and they have the drive shaft. So I will be dropping off the car Monday night. I have Tuesday off. I have Tuesday off for something called the Feast of Mount Carmel or the Festival of Mount Carmel here in Hamilton, New Jersey. If you're interested, look it up. It's kind of an interesting thing. It is one of the longest standing Catholic processionals. If you guys don't know what a processional is, they take the Virgin Mary statues and the statues of whoever. Like ours, they usually have Joseph because our church is St. Joseph. And they take the Our Lady of Mount Carmel, a couple of other Virgin Mary statues, and they put them up on a litter and people walk them through the street. And you can pin money to it. You can pin what they call a milagro to it, which is a little piece of metal. And they are symbols. They represent different things. Ours in our town, I'm trying to remember how many years it is. It's like 160 maybe. It might actually be longer than that. It's been going on since the like 1800s. Yeah, like it's been a long time, and they still do it. And I guess a lot of towns don't do stuff like this anymore. Our town basically closes down. I have off Tuesday because the school's closed because you can't drive through town when the procession is going on. The police let traffic through here and there, but basically we close down the main road for the procession. So I have off. So hopefully I'm dropping off my car Monday night. They have the part, get out of here, fly. I'm off Tuesday. I'll just chill out at home and hopefully they'll get the part in and it'll all be done. Yeah. All right. Look at this beauty. So this is the skirt and the blouses. And this one, everything was cut, but they had not done the jabot. They hadn't done one of the sashes. They hadn't done like the tie. So it was kind of partially cut. Not really, but kind of a little bit. This was interesting. This one I remember because this is a one piece that's made to look like two pieces plus the jacket, but they had never actually made the skirt. So they only made the blouse part. They never joined them. So that was kind of, it was kind of nice. The skirt is really cute. If you look at it, it's, is that a box pleat? Is that a box pleat? I can't remember. If you remember what that is, let me know. I believe it's a box pleat, but I could be wrong. And then some more early 80s. I think this was exactly 1980. Again, you can do stretch knits, but you don't have to. You can make this out of like cottons, light cottons. We had a couple men's patterns. So here's the first one. So I don't know. Yeah, can you guys see that? It's a Palmer and plush. And it's for a men's jacket. It is cut, but it's all complete and it's good shape. Whoever had it before took very good care of it. I'm assuming that they made more than one, men's jacket out of it. Jones, New York. Yeah. I got to be honest. I really like his patterns. This is, by the way, culottes, hidden pants. Yes. It's culottes, the pants, the top, and the jacket. So, again, I think this one was partially cut, but in good shape. All of these tended to be in good shape. There were one or two that, and please don't do this if you sew, that the person looked like they took the pieces from what they'd cut out and balled them up and stuffed them into the envelope. And it's like, what did that pattern ever do to you? that you would treat it so poorly. Because then I come along, 30 years later and I'm like, oh, this poor pattern. I'm pulling out, this poor pattern that's like, help me. Like, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Are you going to prom in the 1980s? Here we go. Here's your dress. It's so like pretty and pink, isn't it? I know the one up in the corner, the pink one is very pretty and pink. But do we not remember this dress? Like, yeah. Raise your hand if you remember that dress, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really understand that either because I always use my patterns at least twice. Very seldom do I make a pattern and go, I didn't love this. I'm never going to use this pattern again. So I take care of the pieces because I know I'm going to go back and I'm going to, use it again. I like that shirt. I'll make it again. I like those pants. I'll make it again, even though we know I don't make pants because I'm chicken shit. I don't get that, but who knows? Maybe they were a home ec department thing. And by the way, this was 1969. Can you tell? Maybe they were from a home ec department and the girl just wanted to like pass the class and never sewed again. Who knows? Anything's possible. Then there was this. This is a really lovely basic dress. Can you see the white version? It's really nice. Nice maxi dress. Just a really simple A-line dress. Very classic. Now this next pile, these are not online. I've photographed them, but I did not get them up online yet. So today, maybe tomorrow. I know, I don't understand why some people mistreat their patterns, but yeah. It's kind of cute, kind of plain, but also very cute, in its own way. Oh, speaking of vests, that's right. Oops, sorry. Let me put it this way. Yes, it has a vest. So this was the jacket and vest only, and both of them were cut, but they were in good shape. Whoever had this one took pretty good care of this, so not bad. And this. Look at that. Yeah, I know. Is that amazing? Look, can you see the back? That ruffly thing? Cool, right? Yeah, oh my God. Talk about a prom dress from the 70s. I would have, even in the 80s, I would have wanted to go to prom in that with the fish. I don't know what that is, a fantail, fishtail. It's not a fishtail because it's not the hemline, right? You made this? No way. Oh my gosh. It's an amazing dress. It looks like an amazing dress. It must have looked great because it looks good. You're 70? Wow. Well, welcome. I'm going to be 60 in October. And I'm honestly not, it's not that I'm not looking forward to it. I just keep forgetting that I'm 60. Like, I don't feel 60. Whatever that's supposed to feel like. Look at this, very cottagecore, right? Yeah. Oh, here's the one that was uncut. So it's the bikini, the romper, which can be made, I think it's like a shorts romper, and then the dress in 2 lanes. Very cute, right? Very cute. Oh, you know what? That romper is just, no, that romper is not. No, that's just a little sundress. That's weird because they call it a jumper. But to me, that's not really a jumper, right? I mean, the orange one, this one's kind of a jumper. But this is like almost a shirt, right? Who knows? It was the 70s. What year was this? 76. Yep. Oh, and look who else we got to see in this one. Marlo. Remember Marlo's Corner? Oh, and this one I'm excited about. This one, the bikini was cut. Oh, sorry. It was well taken care of, but it was cut. But see that jumpsuit with the hood? That's uncut. And somebody's going to grab that. I'm always curious what gets purchased and what doesn't. But there are some things that every time I see them, I'm like, that's gonna go. Cottagecore stuff, jumpsuits, right out the door as soon as possible. It's funny. I remember Marlo Thomas, obviously, but I don't remember her having sewing patterns. But I mean, I was a kid, so why would I? But I knew who Marlo Thomas was because of Free to Be You and Me. Yeah. So I remember this one because this whole pattern is uncut except for that jacket. And the jacket, they altered, wait for it, with tape and pieces of tissue paper. So I spent all morning, this morning actually, cutting the tissue paper out. It looked like they had extended the jacket. Marla was all over by 74, really? Well, I don't remember whatever happened to her, but I do remember when she married Phil Donahue, and she was kind of back in the news for a while. So, and they're still married apparently, right? And they're both still alive, right? Oh, she was all over the place, not all over like Dunn. She was all over the place. Yeah, no, I get that. Because I remember when That Girl was on, my mom loved that show. We used to watch That Girl every single week. My mom loved the show. And so she was like everywhere. And then she kind of dropped out of sight, it seemed like, for a while. And then she married Phil Donahue, and they've been married ever since. By the way, did any of you hear that Richard Simmons died today? I know. And we're not going to talk about the other thing because I'm not a political channel, so we're not going to talk about the other thing. But Richard Simmons died, and I feel bad about that because I liked Richard Simmons. Yeah. That's right. She was on Friends as Rachel's mom. I forgot about that. I forgot all about that. All right, so unisex pattern, men's tank top and t-shirt cut, women's tank top and t-shirt uncut. So very happy about that because the woman's size in here is a plus size pattern, which is really good. So Shannon Doherty? No way. I didn't know that she died today. I know she's been battling cancer for a while. That's sad. Yeah, that's sad. And here's our last pattern. It's just a wardrobe pattern. This one I believe was made for, this is like another early knits pattern for all those 70s double knits. And that was all I got to. There were two patterns that I didn't get to. And it was this one, which feels very light. So I'm a little concerned that all the pieces aren't in here. Oh, wait, there might be, because you know what? Whoops. It is some kind of a jiffy pattern, and it looks like, it only has this many pieces. So it might be complete. I was thinking this was an 80s pattern. No, 78. Okay, so not an 80s pattern, 78. I'll get to this one. I'll get it up online. Very disco, right? That's the only reason I thought it was a 70s pattern. It's very disco. So I'll deal with that one. I'll get it up online. And then this one, which is for this tunicky cow neck top thing that also feels a little light. I did have two patterns I didn't show you guys because not only are they duplicate patterns, we've already seen them before. When I got in to look at them, they were missing the instructions. So, yeah. All right. So this one looks like it's all here. Well, that is very sad about Shannon Doherty. I mean, I'm not like a big fan of hers, but I loved the movie Heathers. So, forever in my mind, she will be Heather. She's one of the Heathers. So, yeah, that is kind of sad. And I know that she had been battling breast cancer and cancer in general for a while. So that is sad. And Richard Simmons was only like 70, 78. Like he wasn't that old. I mean, relatively speaking, I don't know where I'll be in 18 years, but hopefully I'll be alive, So next week, I am going to the 80s Music Festival in the Poconos with my friend. We're taking Mr. Dog. He will be staying in a hotel with us. Fingers crossed. He has done hotel stays before. He doesn't love them. He doesn't hate them. He would much rather be with me than be left with any other person. But with that said, he likes his, here's the thing. My dog's an old man now, and he acts like an old man. He wants his bed, He wants his bowl where his bowl is. He wants his water bowl where his water bowl always is. He wants his toys where his toys are. Like, he's like a little old man. He doesn't like change. He likes everything to be exactly where he left it. He likes to sleep on the bed with me. He likes his dog bed to sleep. He likes to sleep on the dog bed with when he's not sleeping on the bed with me. He doesn't like change. So when we do travel and go to other people's houses or go like to a hotel, like we're going to do this weekend, he doesn't hate it. He doesn't love it. And the other thing is, I don't really like to, I don't like to upset his routine. He's just, what'll end up happening is he won't eat that whole day. Like when I take him on vacation, doesn't matter if he loves the people we're staying with. When I feed him, he won't eat. He just won't eat. Even if it's his food from home, it doesn't matter. He's not going to eat. I mean, he'll still beg for scraps from the table. That's different. Like, yeah, if you want to give him pepperoni, he's good with that. But he doesn't want to eat his dog food in somebody else's house. I don't know. Whatever. So I will not see you next week. But the week after, we will officially be starting Simplicity. So yeah, not bad. Like, only took us half a month to get through McCalls and Butterick. So not bad. And yeah, I think we're going to end up looking at the amount of Simplicity there are, because I would say there's like at least 3 times the amount of Simplicity than the Butterick and the McCalls combined. So it's probably 100 patterns, I would say. I haven't counted them yet. We'll get a count at the end. But yeah, So until next week. And, hi, Cybele. I'm sorry. I am just about done. I'm so sorry. What time is it? Yeah, they've been shorter lately. I'm so sorry. You didn't miss much. You did miss 2 vests. 2 vests on the count. We got 2 vests on the count this week. And I was just letting them know that I'm not going to be here next week because I'm going to an 80s reunion kind of tour festival. All I know is the Go-Go's are going to be there. That's what I'm there for. I'm going to be there for the Go-Go's. That's it. Taking the dog with me, going with my best friend. We're going to have a good time. So I won't be here next week. But, yeah, here we go. You missed this. You missed this, Cybele. We were talking about this. Yeah, 1977. And yes, it's full of lots of zucchini bread recipes and zucchini cake and zucchini brownies and like everything zucchini you can possibly imagine. Not to mention lots of other squash recipes, squash soup, acorn squash, all the stuff. So I'm sorry you missed it. And I'm going to try to see if there's any vest patterns nearby so that you can see at least one vest pattern to like kind of get you through the week with at least one vest pattern. Nope, that doesn't have one. Nope. Oh, here we go. There we go. There we go. It's a jacket and a vest. So there's your vest. There's your vest allotment for the week. We had 2 this week. So, but until next week, I hope wherever you are, it is not insanely hot like it is here. We're in the middle of a heat wave again. Are you enjoying vest patterns? There you go. Until next week. I hope wherever you are, you're doing okay. Thank you so much for stopping by and sharing this little bit of time with me and our little walk down memory lane. And until then, I hope you're doing well. Have a great week. Stay well and stay cool. And I will see you the 27th.